Why are you hitting me with that sub message right when I'm beginning? Sup, everybody? Welcome back. We are so back. It is why is everyone modulating? I mean, I guess okay. Well, okay. If you get the full screen, it doesn't count if it's just like one or two people doing it. You can't just spam it and then expect it to count. That does not count. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate the support, everybody. I am glad to be back as well. We have successfully submitted our decks for the World Championship yesterday morning. The deadline was 5 a.m. So yeah, we stayed up a little longer than I usually do. But yeah, that's why we're starting a little bit late now for today. But we are going back to normal, relatively normal schedule soon. We have even a couple streams on the weekend to make up for the streams that we didn't have in the last couple of days. It's mostly, I think it's the Challenger Cups, like the EU versus Asia thing, and so on and so forth. Then next week, obviously, we're going to have to do some breaks for when I do actually travel to the World Championship. And then after Worlds, we're going to be back to completely normal schedule, just in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, we're back. Appreciate the subs, everybody. Thank you all for holding them until until we start streaming again. Appreciate all that. We're gonna have a fun little stream today. And it's also gonna be we're gonna be staying on longer than usual because is it late August or what? Is it late August or what, chat? I feel like it's late August. I feel like it's late August. Because I'm looking at my the bottom right corner of my screen right now, and it says 27th of August. That is I feel like 27th is pretty late. Oh, you guys think it's August 2025? That actually makes sense, right? That makes sense because obviously they need to reprint the Bellstar in the tins still, so maybe it's just August 2025. Nah, for real though, I thought it was going to be yesterday. I thought it was going to be the most inconvenient day for me possible because we're like in the middle of submitting our decks for Worlds and making final decisions. And then they would drop the list. I thought it was going to be yesterday. And I sat here 6 p.m. I told the other two like we're going to do a short break now in our preparations. I got to like get the stream ready in case it drops. And then it just didn't drop. I thought it was going to happen. But here I am and it didn't happen. So I guess every single day that it doesn't drop now, we all just collectively say it's got to be the next day, right? So by that logic, it's got to be today. Right? It just has to be today. And if it's not today, it has to be tomorrow. So for every day of this week that the ban list does not drop, we will stream, like I'll always be live until 6 p.m. basically. Whenever it happens, I'll be here. Yeah. But surely it's today, right? Today's got to be the day, right? The community is begging for it. We need it. We do need it. Like it has to happen. Anyways. It's a little weird to even be making content when there's no ban list yet, because what do we want to do? Like we discussed the Snake Eye Mirror match. We discussed Fiendsmith Yubel combos together. I don't know. So today, what we're gonna do is we have a couple of different things actually. We're gonna do some catch up on the things that I missed in the last couple of days, which I don't think was that much, because I feel like the entire Yu-Gi-Oh world is in this state of just like holding its breath for the Yu-Gi-Oh Forbidden and Limited list. I feel like I think I said the same thing last time, but it's just like there's not that much going on. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna have a podcast with Mr. Farfa, who's also in chat. How you doing? About stun decks. I think it's gonna be a fun topic for you guys. And apparently, according to the internet, I'm also an expert at stun decks now after I put Skill Drain into one of my decks. So we're gonna be talking about stun today on the podcast. That's gonna be fun. I have some other things lined up, some other stuff to talk about. Maybe we'll play some Master Duel if we have extra time. I don't know exactly how we're gonna kill the time. People have been asking me to do another meme review. Maybe we'll do that if we have the time for it. I saw it has a runic meme as the very first one, so I'm kind of interested. But yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the day. Basically, we're just gonna hang out together until the ban list drops. And that's basically the plan for every stream of this week. Kind of. Like, we're just gonna be hanging out here until the ban list drops, and then we've got a whole lot of ban list content lined up. Right? We're gonna be like, we're gonna go crazy once the ban list drops. Until then, we just gotta like chill and you know, vibe. Well, okay. Are you linking me the fake ban list? Yeah. Or what? Please, thank you for the 9 months. Also, everyone else, thank you for the subs. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Jack PNR, Higher Ground, Bogan Boy, Sterine, Corn Fake, Tenpai Advocate, Blinduin, King Mrock, Appalooza Me, Davidson WS, WMW11, Farfa, A Person Typing, Hibanayori, Kampai El Magnifico, KH Flow, Patty, Voreth, Gold Stas for real, Lexicon, Omega Blip, Zweeb, thank you all so much. Appreciate all of you and everyone who even subbed earlier than that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What happened at the Challenger Cup? Dude, I got cooked. I got cooked at the Farfa Challenger Cup. I have no excuse. I just went first two matches in a row and didn't have a play. Well, what do you do? Thank you, Dailigo. Appreciate that. When are you leaving for Worlds? I'm leaving for Worlds next Wednesday. My flight is early Thursday, so I'm gonna stay at Emre's home probably because he lives way closer to the airport, and we actually do have the same flight this year. We asked them to give us the same flight because last year, Emre and I we both flew from the same airport, but we had different planes like 30 minutes apart from each other. So we traveled to the airport together and then just like boarded different planes, which was I don't know. But this year we asked them to give us the same flight. So we are on the same flight. So I'll still probably stay at Emre's house for the Wednesday, and then we'll leave together and fly together. Yeah. Nami, whoa, thank you for the 16 months. I got baited yesterday. Dude, I can't believe you guys fell for that fake ban list. That's crazy. It's crazy. It had Tomahawk at 2, y'all. Galaxy Tomahawk was at 2 on that fake ban list. Like you didn't? No, I did not. No, I did not. Did you see the Tomahawk buyouts? People actually bought out Tomahawk. That's insane. That's crazy. That is crazy. D Stein, thank you for the 24. Brago, thank you for the 23. Appreciate you guys. Straßenverkehrsordnung, thank you for the 14. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if I still got it. If I even, I don't know if I ever had it, but let's see if I still have it in Card Guesser. Whatever I had, let's see if it's still here. Our mateys. Yep. Evil Eye. But is it Zerziel? It is Zerziel. All right, nice. Is Zerziel the main deck monster? Oh, this is a Lyrilusk, right? Yeah, that is the Fusion Nightingale, I think. Independent? No. Lyrilusk. Bird Sanctuary. Oh, it's a spell card. Nope. Dude, I'm skipping. It is a Spiller Trap. Phantom Feathers. Okay. I hate birds, dude. Ice Barrier. But none of the ones that I play, I think. Dai Sojo. Dai Sojo. Okay. Hugin is not a bird for Lorino. I'm sick of that conversation. You cannot be serious. Tiger King. I don't know this one, I don't think. So it might be a Drytron, but like, I don't know which one. Zeta Aldiba. Alright. That's Pixies, I think. It was indeed Pixies. Magical Spring. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Mirage Tube. Okay. This is the Super Robo Lady or just Robo Lady? Robo Lady. World. Is it World Key? It's World Key, right? Yeah. Lionheart, thank you for the 12 months, the full year. Appreciate you. That's a Resonator. Soul Resonator? It's not Red Resonator. I know my boy. Crimson Resonator. This is like Shinobird Sanctuary or something. I'm gonna skip it. Secret Sanctuary of the Spellcasters. Well, I got Sanctuary part. Yo, Lionheart! Is that 25 gifties? You're trying to sabotage my my run. Appreciate you so much. Holy. Thank you. I didn't even pay attention to the card. That's fine though. I've seen this one. This is very old. This is like a Monster Recovery. Yeah. Lodex, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. When do you plan to start the podcast? So we said 3 p.m., which would be in 45 minutes, but knowing it's Farfa, it'll probably be in like an hour. I always plan for like Farfa to be like 15 minutes late, roughly. So it's gonna be about 3:15. Okay, which one is it? Is it Tokan? Tokan. Marin says wave. Don't know if I've seen this one even. Shinobird Crane. Valkyrie? No. I've seen this. What is this? This is a Gaia? Evening Twilight? I'll skip it. Stupid Gaia. I'm pretty sure there's no card called Stupid Gaia, okay? That was not very helpful. Security Orb. What's going on here, dude? Guy's terrified. Steel Swarm? No. A wild monster appears. Alright. It'd be cool if I got more cards that I knew. That I had seen before. Because what is Air Cracking Storm, dude? Daigusto Phoenix. Sylvania. Oh god, I know this one. Royal Tribute. Yep. Who's a cop? Think of it a 5. Welcome back. Libromancer. Firestarter. I'm still sad about what happened to Libromancers, dude. It was such a cool archetype. I don't know what this one's called. Joe, do you think of it a 2-1s? I don't know if you're gonna see Paleo at Worlds. Punishment Dragon, right? Cat of Ill Omen. Is it Shimmering? Oh no, actually it's not Raviel, it's Obelisk, right? Is it Obelisk? It's the fusion? What fusion? Armitile? Oh, it's Armitile. Is it? Dude, I don't know, man. What's the fusion spell even called? I should have just skipped it. Dude, Syriax would have known this one. Dimension Fusion Destruction. Yeah, Syriax gets that one like frame 1. That's Ninja, but I don't know which one. Oh, it's Magical Blast. Chronomaly. Magella Globe. Thank you, Holmer. Appreciate that. Is this Visa's support? This looks like Visa's lore. It's crime. Huh? Never seen that before. Amano Kujaki. Bro, what are these cards today? Oh no, not Super Doom King Dark Armageddon. Don't tell the Ant-Man. Gene Ward Warwolf. Who are you? Like an odd eyes. It's like beast eyes, rune eyes, rune eyes. Turtle summoner. Release. Wild Nature's release, that one. This one's not Royal Tribute. This is the Reborn Trap for Gravekeeper. What was that one called, dude? Rite of Spirit. Yeah. Heya? Heya? The Sphinx. Wait, what? Sphinx? Sphinx. Sphinx Telea. That one. Yosenju? No. Shaolin. Yeah, you can post it in chat after once I'm done because I can't really read it right now. Is that Trifor Tessops? No. Stego Cyber? Stego Cyber. All right. Well, it's not going to be a record-breaking round today, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Doitsu. The green one. Thank you. Soitsu. Sylvan Princess Sprite. Yeah. Gem Knight. Gem Knight Crystal. Yeah. I am not sure. Every? Oh, is it Fortune Lady Every? Okay. I've seen those. I've definitely seen those. Harry Knights. Yeah. X Saber. Saber Slash? Yeah. This year, thank you for the 5 months and the kind words. I will be at both of those YCSs, so feel free to say hi. Thank you for the 5 months. Joshy106, thank you for the 13. Radix, thank you for the Prime. Small, thank you for the 17. Keeny, thank you for the 10. Giddy, thank you for the Prime. Arsa, thank you for the 21. And Holmer, thank you for the 6 months. And Jotmon, thank you for the 27 just now. Rough Life, appreciate all of you. Welcome back. I am very glad that you guys are welcoming me back like this. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've set the bar too low. Dude, you make this, you do 15 minutes of this right now and tell me how many points you get. Because I'm telling you, it's probably not 700. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. We have high standards over here, okay? We have high standards. Not you, HCKO, not you. You don't do it. You don't go and do it, and not you. Everyone else, not you. Today ban list. I don't know about Cosmo support, dude. All right, we're looking for a level 4 dark monster with low attack, low defense, newer than 2015. What about Phantom of Chaos? All right, 0 attack is correct, but not 0 defense. It is just an effect monster, and it is newer than 2007, but older than 2015. Level 4 dark with 0 attack. Level 4 dark with 0 attack. Copernicus? Isn't that a pendulum? It's not a pendulum. Umbral Horror? Ooh. They have 0 attack and 0 defense though. That doesn't work. Blackwing Bora? Yeah, Blackwing Bora is my favorite 0 attack monster. The piercing damage really hits different when it's got 0 attack. It could be some Blackwing. I just don't know which one. Is there a Blackwing with 0 attack? At least not here. Ghibli? Ah, but that's a level 3. Steel Swarm. Steel Swarm with 0 attack. It's also not a fiend, and Steel Swarms are all fiends. Let me narrow down the year. Let's do a card from 2011, just so we have the possibilities of the year. Let me take a card from 2011, like Emmer's Blade. That's 2010. Never mind. Whatever. Let's do 2010 then. Okay, so it's newer than 2010. So it's 11, 12, 13, or 14. Humpty Dumpty? What is a Humpty Dumpty? Well, it's not the answer to this one, but it could be this one. Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. All right, then. I don't understand gimmick puppets, dude. The artworks on gimmick puppets, I don't know, man. Whoever made those, I don't know, suspect behavior. All right. Cool. Konami unpinned. Dude, the conspiracy. It's the funniest part about Banlist season to me is the all the conspiracy theorists, like oh my god, did you see they unbanned the Banlist on the Twitter account because it used to be pinned. It used to be a pinned comment, the most recent Banlist, and they were like, oh no, it got unpinned yesterday, so surely it's gonna happen today, right? Because it's been unpinned now, and so to make room for the new one, surely, right? To which I say, maybe, maybe, or they just realized that like a lot of people went onto their Twitter page and got baited because there was a ban list right there. So they were just like, we better remove that because people are like misled by it, right? They click on the Twitter page and they see a ban list at the top. They're annoyed by it, so we're gonna remove it, right? So I don't know. Maybe it means it drops today, but maybe it also was just like they felt like it was smart to unpin it. I don't know, dude. Either way, we're gonna be here today to find out if it is today, whether today is the day. I have both pages already open, the ban list page and the Twitter page. These are gonna stay open, and we're gonna stay live until 6 p.m. and we're gonna refresh together and find out. So yeah, it's gonna be fine. All right, we've got some time to kill before we do the podcast with Mr. Farfa. So we have a couple things to look at that I missed. Actually, in terms of new cards, there's not that much, I think, unless I'm missing something. I think it's only this, which I wanted to take a look at, which is a new Malice Link monster, which is called Malice Queen White Binder. Link 3 Dark Cyber's Link Effect monster. Attack 2300. Arrows top, left, right. Materials 2+ monsters, including a Malice monster. You can only use the first, second, and third effect once per turn each. If this card is special summoned, you can target up to 3 cards in the graveyards, banish them. During your main phase, you can set a Malice trap from your deck or graveyard. If this card becomes banished, you can pay 900 life points, special summon it, then you can draw 1 card. I've seen this card already. It's not a blind reaction right now because this did come out a couple days ago. I saw it at some point during my break. I haven't really had much time to really think about it, but I personally think that this is probably the best Malice Link monster they have designed or printed in this first wave. This is really, really strong. Because I think it's like for a couple reasons it's the best Malice Link monster. First of all, this effect I think is really, really good. In terms of like not only for the Malice deck itself, but also like as a disruption, obviously, like being able to banish 3 cards, like interacting with multiple cards in the graveyard is a really powerful ability that you have, for example, in Melodious on the Schuberta fusion. You have it on like the shufflers in a way can do it. This one is a little bit harder to you can't immediately respond to a card with it because you have to go through the process of summoning and then triggering it, but it still is really good. But I think an even bigger deal is just the fact that you can banish your own cards as well, right? Like if your opponent has like 1 or 2 cards that are solid in the graveyard, you can just banish 1 or 2 of your opponent's cards and then 1 or 2 of your cards to get the special summon effects or whatever else you might want to banish. So that's really powerful. Setting a trap card is also really powerful in the Malice deck because all of those trap cards have like, or not all of them are really good, but some of them are really good and you can activate them immediately. So this is even something that you can use as like an extender on the first turn. Like you go Link 3 into this, set one of the traps from your deck, then you can immediately use the trap by banishing itself, like the White Binder. You get the effect of the trap card and then bring back White Binder and draw a card. So I think this card is really powerful, and a really good, like, probably the best Link 3 of the Malice deck up until this point. So yeah, and I think that this set is actually already out in the OCG. I think it's already out. I don't know if it's already included in the most recent metagame report. I think because there is a new OCG report, but I mean we can go over it relatively quickly. There's really nothing crazy. It came out today. But I don't think it includes those decks yet. Because it's over here and it tabulates the 161 top performing decks from 27 tournaments held in Japan, China, Indonesia, South Korea, and Vietnam during 16th to 18th August. So I think this is basically a metagame report. It just came out, but it's the metagame report from last week. So I don't think the set was out last week already. And as a result, obviously none of the decks show up here. And also, they usually say when a new set is included, right? It says like new sets, whatever, right? So this one really, we don't have to talk about it much. Snake Eye 31%, Tenpai 28%. Literally the only 2 decks as well that they even bother to give a sample deck list about, you know, like nothing else is even mentioned here, right? Look at this conclusion. Snake Eye and Tenpai remain the top dog of the format. That's it. Dude, the OCG is sick right now, man. They are sick. They've had enough, dude. Oh my god. Have mercy with the OCG. Holy shit, Konami. Look at this OCG report. Conclusion, Snake Eye and Tenpai remain at the top. Period. That's it. Done. We're done. Bro. Literally, they are taking the time. This is the paragraph about Snake Eye. And after, like, even just like after the first paragraph in, they're starting to talk about different versions of Floodgates. This portion is dedicated to what kind of Floodgates people are using now in the Snake Eye deck. To, like, survive being Mole Charmeter or Max Seed. Is like, yeah. Bro. The OCG is down bad, I'm telling you. They are down bad right now. I guess we can wait and see if the new deck building pack has an impact on this kind of format, but I'm going to be honest with you. With the power level that decks like Snake Eye and Tenpai are operating at, I don't even know if decks like Malice or the Raziel deck, like, I'm sure they're playable decks, but I'm pretty sure they would probably, like, go somewhere in the, like, they're not reaching Snake Eye or Tenpai numbers, I think, right? Like, for example, you guys are linking me this right now, which is new OCG Metagame Report, first week after the deck building pack, crossover breakers. Raziel has a big spotlight this week. Yes, Raziel is appearing. I don't know how many decks or tournaments were tabulated in this one. And obviously, Raziel has taken over Snake Eye or Tenpai Dragon. I think it remains to be seen. I think it remains to be seen if this is because Raziel is actually better or because it's just like new toy syndrome, right? Like, it's like maybe this is from like a bunch of local tournaments and people are sick and tired of Snake Eye and Tenpai, so they were trying the new decks out more, potentially, right? But maybe it's good. Maybe it's good, but maybe it's also going to shift away from it again in the next couple of weeks. Because I think it's a good deck, right? Raziel is a good deck, and so is Malice. Malice is only one copy in this report, but I think it's a good deck. But I don't know if it's better than Snake Eyes, realistically, or better than Tenpai Dragon. I don't know if it fulfills that criteria, right? Because you will also notice that decks like Yubel and Centurion are way closer to Snake Eye and Tenpai in this report, which doesn't make that much sense because Tenpai and Snake Eye didn't get worse. It's probably just a matter of some Snake Eye or Tenpai players swapped to try out the new decks. It would be my prediction, but it remains to be seen. I have another question, which is, when did the OCG get their last Forbidden and Limited list? Like, when did that happen? Isn't it relatively fresh? 1st of July. And when is their next they have set dates, right? They have set dates. When's the next one? 1st of October? Dude, they have a full month left of this. God damn. I heard somewhere that Malice became the most expensive OCG deck. I heard the same thing. I heard that the Malice cards are expensive over there. I don't know how expensive exactly. And I'm going to be honest with you, the most expensive OCG deck probably still is less than an Engraver. So I don't know how much to interpret into that. I can only guess that it's because it's new and hype decks, and partially because they like those kind of archetypes over there, you know? I don't know. But yeah. I think honestly, I think this deck building pack is one of the best deck building packs we've had in a while. Not to say that the others were bad, because there's a bunch of good deck building packs like in recent years, right? You can go and look back at them and be like, yeah, there's definitely good archetypes in here, right? But I think most of the archetypes that came out in deck building packs were like not as good right off the bat, right? Like you look at something like Pearly, Rescue Ace, and all that kind of stuff. They all needed more support to be really powerful, but they did get they ended up being really powerful eventually. But they weren't all super powerful right out of the pack. Like Runic is a different example, but Runic at this point is also 2 years old, right? We've had plenty of deck building packs where there wasn't a deck that was meta right out of the gate, right? Like even Vanquish Soul is like a deck like Vanquish Soul was fine, Centurion was fine. They were playable. They never got like the top meta status. I think this one is relatively strong. I think Raziel and Malice are two pretty powerful archetypes. And I think for us in the TCG, in case you're wondering whether you should prepare to build or play those decks at top level competition, my personal prediction is that depends a lot on what this ban list that we're expecting today, hopefully, or at least this week, I think it depends a lot on that ban list. If that ban list does solid work about Snake Eye and some other stuff in the format, then I think I can see those decks joining our format as literal top meta contenders. If the ban list isn't as good and doesn't really handle Snake Eye, then I think they would go right into the tier 2 kind of category, right? When they release, right? So I think the deck building pack is really powerful, and I think the only reason why it is not omega hyped is the fact that like a lot of decks pale in comparison to Snake Eye, right? Like it's really hard to design a good new deck that isn't completely overpowered and have people hyped for it when Snake Eye is the thing that you're comparing it to, right? Does that make sense? Like you can build, you can publish a deck right now that is like super good and super strong. As long as it's not completely overpowered, it'll always look weird compared to Snake Eye. The same is true for White Forest. Like if White Forest came out pre Snake Eye, that deck would have been insane, right? Like that deck is really powerful, whether the runic version or the non-runic versions. Like they're really good cards. But like Snake Eye and Fiendsmith stuff is just like, you know, like it's better, right? It's like completely broken. So I think that's why people are looking at this deck building pack maybe and be like, yeah, it's just okay. I think they're really strong archetypes. Snake Eye ruined the power level of the entire year. It really like, yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that came out this year that kind of just like, you know, got overlooked and ignored. Like I think you can talk about White Forest in this way. Like I feel like in the grand scheme of things, White Forest was basically ignored by the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh community, right? Melodious as well. Like there are decks that like only a very like a handful of people were able to play or top with those decks at bigger events. When they are really strong Yu-Gi-Oh decks, right? Voiceless Voice, Memento, all those decks are really powerful Yu-Gi-Oh decks, but they're like literally basically ignored in the grand scheme of things. Like not no one is playing them, but like, you know, all of those decks could have easily been the best deck in a previous format, like before Snake Eye. All of them could have easily been like the most represented deck out of YCS or the most topping deck out of YCS if it wasn't for like the power level that we're at right now, right? Watch Worlds be Snake Eyes? I mean, probably. Like I don't think this ban list that we're getting right now is going to be in effect for Worlds. Because I think that would be unreasonable. Which doesn't mean that it's impossible for them to do it, because they've done unreasonable things in the past, but I don't think it will. I don't think they would do that. Because like that'd be crazy, right? Worlds is in 1.5 weeks or something. I'm pretty sure maybe the Worlds participants already have confirmation. They confirmed it's not okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean that's what I thought, but it's good that they confirmed it. So I mean Worlds this year. What are the restrictions? You have 1 Ash, you have 1 Wanted, you have 2 Bonfires. Other than that, Snake Eye Fiendsmith is pretty much full power, right? So it's like that's basically 1 Ash, 1 Wanted, 2 Bonfire is pretty much Master Duel, right? It's basically Master Duel. And in Master Duel, Snake Eye is still the best deck. Alongside like Yubel. And keep in mind that you're playing Master Duel Snake Eye, but with Fiendsmith. And you don't have to worry about getting Max Seed at Worlds. Right? There's no Max C and there's no Fuvaros yet. So it's basically Master Duel Snake Eye plus the Fiendsmith engine. Like, yeah, you don't have Necro Crypt Princess, but it's still a pretty damn powerful deck. And you also have Snake Eye Diabellstar if you want to play it. Purulia, though? Yeah, you don't care about Purulia that much. I don't think. I don't think Purulia changes that much. So, yeah. Check this for the full breakdown. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, shout outs to Lampy for once again hitting us up with a cool graphic. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right, enhance. So Snake Eye has no Necroquip, 1 Ash, 1 Wanted, 2 Bonfire. That is still completely viable and strong. Yubel just doesn't have the TCG exclusive fusions, which I think is a big deal, but I think it still is really, really powerful. So Yubel is very strong. Tenpai with 1 Sangan summoning and 2 shifters is still playable. I personally think the bigger issue for Tenpai, if you're looking at it through an OCG lens, because it's the best deck, or like, there's 2 best decks in the OCG right now. One of them is Tenpai. I think that's mainly because of Maxi and Fuvaros, both of which are not allowed at Worlds, which I think is a problem for Tenpai. I think Tenpai is actually not that strong, all things considered. Like, I personally wouldn't play it. I would be testing Snake Eye. I would be testing Yubel. I'd run some test games with Tenpai, but I probably wouldn't play it. Branded, I think, is good at Worlds, but not amazing. Labyrinth is fine. Nothing. It doesn't have great matchups, I don't think, into some of the other decks, so it's just okay. Memento, I don't know Memento well enough to tell you how good Memento is without Necroquip and without Aerial Eater. I can still imagine it being able to do some nice combos with Fiendsmith cards. At the same time, I feel like if you're playing a Fiendsmith 1-card combo deck, you know, Yubel and Snake Eye are like better options. I'm sure it's not bad. I'm sure like Memento is not terrible, but I don't know if I would like prefer it over Yubel or Snake Eye. Probably not. The fact that they put emergency provisions as a nerf to White Forest Runic is honestly offensive as hell. Also, skill drain. Like, I mean, I guess skill drain is fair enough, but like the fact that they put emergency provisions in here to show, quote unquote, what White Forest Runic loses is offensive. I'm offended by that. I am offended. That's crazy behavior. Anyways, yeah, White Forest Runic 1 fountain is really hard. Honestly, any Runic combo deck with 1 fountain is I don't see it, dude. I even in Master Duel, like whenever I play them, it's only on like ranked, you know, like it's never really in like tournaments or like competitive environments. I just like in ranked they're fine. I don't think at the top level 1 fountain is enough. Like, you just gotta be able to chain block your fountain sometimes by searching another fountain. Like it's just too big of a problem. Unchained, I don't think is good enough. Gimmick Puppet, I don't know if this limit of the exceed even does much. But yeah. Flu doesn't have Cowrie. Shifters, that too. Rescue Ace is kind of destroyed. Isn't Airlifter also on the list somewhere? That one, right? Why does it not say that? Or is that, oh, is it only the differences between us and the OCG? I guess, because it's both. It's at 1 in the TCG, so it's not a change. Yeah, okay. Kashtira is destroyed. Pearly seems weird with these. Centurion does not have Calamity, which I think is a big deal. I think, like, Centurion is probably fine. It's a fine deck in Master Duel right now without Calamity, but, like, all the other decks get Fiendsmith and you don't, so I don't know if that's great. I also feel like Centurion is one of the decks that operates a little bit better in a Maxi environment than in a non-Maxi environment, so I don't know. Musketeer, I guess, could be cool. Sprite is dead as hell. Dragon Link, dude. Generic hits. Yeah, no Fenrir. 1 Drain, 1 Crossout, 1 Prosp. 1 SP doesn't really matter. 1 Zeus doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Worlds is gonna be, for the most part, a triangle format between Snake Eye, Yubel, and Tenpai. Melodious is probably pretty solid. It could be. You could play Voiceless, you could play Melodious. They're not unplayable. It's just you also gotta consider, like, is someone really gonna invest like all their time worlds prepping for Melodious, because I feel like it'd be the kind of deck like these decks down here, Chimera, Melodious, Voiceless, and Ritual Beast. I think all of them are really they are playable 100%. I think you got to put a lot of work into them though, and you got to work harder than if you were just playing Snake Eyes probably. On the flip side, you are unlikely that it's unlikely that other players are really gonna respect your deck in deck building. I don't think anyone is gonna really respect Melodious in deck building, for example. I guess the question is, with one wanted, one bonfire, one wanted, one ash, two bonfire, you could build a Melodious with a heavy hand trap count, and maybe that's fine against Snake Eye because they have less starters. So on average, if you have like 2 hand traps, it's fine. I just think hand trap decks like Melodious and Voiceless, they suffer so much from the fact that like these first turn combos just get stronger with Fiendsmith involved, right? Like even if you can choke them out of like their Snake Eye package or something, like the ability for them to still go into some sort of Fiendsmith lines if they just have a couple of bodies on the board. Yeah, without Necro Princess, they need like 1 extra body or something. But like for the most part, like before Fiendsmith, it was like you draw 2 hand traps against Snake Eye and it was usually fine. Now it feels a little bit more risky, so I don't know. But they're viable, I think. Like I think on the one hand, most people are gonna play Snake Eye or Yubel, but on the other hand, I think there's always people at Worlds trying to innovate. There's always people at Worlds trying to catch other people off guard. So I could definitely see some people bringing some more off meta picks, like, you know, maybe someone tries Centurion or Musket or Ritual Beast, Voiceless, Melodious. I think they're playable. The math on 2 hand traps as a snake is pretty much the same if there's no Necroquip. I mean, yeah, in terms of the just turning 2 bodies into Closed Moon, you're right. But the math changes a little bit if they can also just draw the engraver, right? Because then it's a lot harder to stop them with certain hand traps, even in combinations of 2, right? Because then it's actually much easier for them to push through 2 hand traps. So that's annoying, right? It's like before Fiendsmith, it was like if you had 2 hand traps, your opponent basically needed normal summon, bonfire, and witch to play through it. Or just like called by or crossed out, obviously. But like if they had to like bonfire for a normal summon because they didn't have a normal summon or they just didn't have witch, then it was like much easier. And now engraver is in the mix is like, yeah, weird. But yeah. You can probably play it. I agree. You could play it if you put in some work and find a good list and play it really well. One thing I would like about some of these decks down here is that they have pretty good Tenpai matchups, right? Like I think Melodious has a pretty good Tenpai matchup. I heard that Ritual Beast has a good Tenpai matchup, but I'm not actually experienced with it, so I'm not entirely sure if it's true, but I heard it. Demo Bane, thank you for the 4 months. Are you going to test the format post Rage of the Abyss and post Crossover Breaker before they release it in the TCG? That is currently the plan. Yeah, currently that is the plan. I already have the Rage of the Abyss cards. I'm going to have the Crossover Breakers cards as well. So I'm going to try and set up like remote duels where we try the new archetypes before release. Yes. You're going to look at the Master Duel Worlds questionnaire today? Yes. Later, after the podcast. We have a podcast scheduled in a couple minutes with Farfa. And then once that's done, once the podcast is done, we're gonna like talk about Worlds a little bit more. We're gonna hop into the Master Duel thingies. We might also do Master Duel meme review, if you guys want. And then we're gonna wait until 6 p.m. and see if the ban list drops today. That is the plan for today. Can we do meme review waiting for Farfa? I don't think we have the time for that. because the podcast is about to start. When are you leaving for Seattle? I'm leaving Wednesday next week. You guys gonna... There's gonna be... So, I'm streaming... Let me guys tell you. We're streaming tomorrow. We're streaming Thursday. We're also streaming Friday if there is no ban list until Friday. We do. I need a quick breakfast. Give me 10 minutes. So do meme review. Okay. Dude, I told you I'm never calculating with Farfa to be on time. I said I told you it's gonna be like 10 minutes late. All right. Anyways, so we're streaming tomorrow, we're streaming Thursday, we're streaming Friday if there is no ban list until Friday. We're streaming Saturday because on Saturday we have the EU versus Asia event that I'm commentating, which is a 3v3 Master Duel tournament where people signed up for their respective regions, and we're going to cast it. That's going to be fun. So I'm going to be live on Saturday, and then next week I'm going to be live Monday and Tuesday probably. Actually, Tuesday is my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to be live for my birthday. Maybe a little bit shorter. Maybe I'm going to be live a little bit. Maybe I'll do a short birthday stream instead of like the full 5 hours because I want to meet up with like family and stuff. But yeah. And then I'm leaving. So last stream before Worlds is probably going to be the birthday stream then on Tuesday. And then I'll be off Wednesday, and then I'll leave for Seattle, and then I'll return at some point the week after. Yeah. All right. So while we're waiting for Farfa, so I opened this up. Actually, let me go over here. I opened this up this morning, just to see if it was worth looking at. I haven't scrolled through it yet, but even the first one I already knew. I guess okay, we're probably doing it. I wonder who the first meme is about. They say he was never the same since. No, little German boy, don't go into the runic cave. Oh mein Gott, dies ist ein Cave full of runischer Brunnen. Alright, good one. Good start. Good start. Phenomenal start. I don't know if I've triggered anything after I've looked at the meme review for the first time last week. I hope not. I hope it's not going to be a matter of, oh, we're just going to make Josh memes every week so Josh has to look at our meme review type thing. But anyways, as long as they're funny, I guess I've done the Master Duel meme community a service. If they're funny. All right. Soy for mucho texto, Mr. Farfa. If you can't describe your deck in 3 words. If you can't describe your deck in 3 words. Bullshit deck. I create unbreakable boards with several rivals. I make unkillable monsters that force the opponent to attack. I use quick plays from the hand to stop my opponent from establishing a board. I banish fish. Real deck. You have a bullshit deck. So what if I can describe my deck in 3 words? Like, I draw 3. Is it now a real deck? Have I just turned it into a real deck? I can even describe Snake Eyes in 3 words. It's Ban Flamberge Dragon. I guess it's a real deck after all. Master Duel meta tier lists be like nowadays. This is a video? Or do I have to click it? Is there sound to it? I'm not laughing because of because the meme is funny. I'm laughing because I've never seen the original video and the concept is just crazy. Like 2 people having a fight in the hallway and some dude just breakdancing on the ground. Like, just post the original video. It's probably way funnier than the meme. Anyway, I get it. It's not bad. I mainly laughed at the original video though, because I've never seen it. It is that time of the year again. Yu-Gi-Oh! X Hello Kitty and friends. You're over 30 and still want the Happy Meal toy? Correct, madam. I don't think these are that great. I said it. I don't think these look that great. And dude, from what I remember when I was a kid, if they still have the same like quality of like Happy Meal toys from back in the day, like they probably really are not that great. So I don't know. I didn't really get the hype behind this one. Never in my life I wanted to lose so fast on purpose. When your opponent has game and just needs to attack directly but starts summoning random monsters instead, kill me or release me, Parasite, but do not waste my time with a combo. This one hits a little too close to home to be funny, because it's actually true. Especially when you're playing like an event and you just want you want your freaking like 50 points, or you want your quest progress to count. You don't want to just surrender, so it all was for nothing, and your opponent just start doing random stuff, and you're just like out here, dude, please attack, dude. Yeah, it hurts too much to be funny. A tale as old as time. Discover a really cool archetype. Make a deck of said archetype. The archetype is ass. The archetype is ass. Okay. Dude, this is not funny, but it's true. You guys won't like it, but as soon as they removed the old field spell rule, when they changed the old field spell rule, field spells lost a lot of their identity, because they basically are just continuous spells now. There's just a couple cards that interact specifically with field spells, like Ancient Fairy Dragon or something, but functionally, they are pretty much just continuous spells now. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. How loud did you laugh at this, Farfa? How loud did you laugh? I don't find this the least bit funny, but I'm almost chuckling at the thought of Farfa seeing this meme for the first time, and probably laughed at it. I don't get it. Good for you. Good for you. Quadratic equation cannon. Yeah, when, Konami, when? This one's funny. This one is funny. Time to learn link summoning. It's 7 years. Dude, links are 7 years old, man. Yugi Boomer. The game was perfectly balanced back when the extra deck summoning mechanics didn't exist. Also then when Konami add a Blue Eyes Link 1. Yeah, it must be hard. It must be hard being a Blue Eyes main and a Link summon mechanic hater at the same time. Right? The people that go on like Sims and go like, yeah, no Exceed, no Pendulum, no Link, no whatever, and they're playing Blue Eyes in it, and now technically you have to learn how to Link summon, play Blue Eyes. That's rough. My experience with Water and Wind Festival. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. Was it that bad? I don't remember it being that bad. To be fair, I haven't finished it. But I didn't feel like it was that terrible on the first day. But I also feel like I also feel like, hear me out, every single event that they do, there's like 50% people in my chat saying like, this is the worst event I've ever played. And then there's the other 50% being like, yeah, this event is great. I can finally play this or that deck, right? It's always like that. There has never been an event in Master Duel that was like, I feel like super well received. Maybe the Time Wizard ones, but even the Time Wizard ones, people were in my chat out here saying like, dude, it's crazy they expect me to craft like an ultra rare for a tryout duel or something, right? NR, yeah. Fun fact, NR is probably never gonna return because they realize, dude, people don't have to craft shit for NR. they don't make money from NR festival, so it's not happening. The only good use of this template I could think of, change mind. That is I that is probably the best change my mind template or used. Yeah, that I agree with that. That's I haven't seen a funny change my mind template in a long time. Because most of the time people just put the coldest takes onto this that everyone agrees with, and then they put change my mind under it, but no one wants to change their mind. Neat, a new archetype. Finally, a new archetype. Friendsmith. It's just a better way to summon the same generics. Yeah. Did they put Friendsmith by accident? Because it doesn't feel like it's on purpose. I feel like they just wanted to hate on Fiendsmith. But then I feel like the only thing that makes this even remotely funny is the fact they wrote Friendsmith. Everything else about this is not funny, but Friendsmith is kind of funny. But they probably didn't do it on purpose. Does that make it more funny or less funny, chat? Would it be funnier if they wrote it on accident? I feel like it'd be funnier if it was a mistake. Okay, dude, I suggested this meme template for something last week. How's everyone liking Wind and Water? Lancia versus Empen. Okay. Evil skill drain. Monster effects on the field cannot be negated. Okay, so is this a new trend? I feel like I've missed the memo on now we're making evil versions of all kind of cards that just do the opposite. It was a meme 4 years ago. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're kind of early then. So sad. Watching my opponent make an infinite combo during my 15-minute break at work. That would suck. I hate generators. Yeah, so I drew. Bro drew. Bro drew. It's a banger in 2022. Ash Blossom bad, I can't. It's a banger in 2022. But it's not a banger in 2024. Hey man, you should try this new rogue deck. It's a really good. Nah, it dies to one to two hand traps. Skill issue. Do not underestimate the suck. For a being with no power level, you certainly talk a lot of smack. I don't get this one. Is it because it's got 0 attack? It's because Cell also sucks. Yeah. Farfa laughed 6 times. 6 times? Which ones? Which ones? The first one. Yeah, okay, that one's good. That one's a good meme. That one's funny. Not this one, right? Surely not. Not the first, the second? Wait, what? Bro laughed at I banish fish. I banish fish?
It's a good one, dude. What do you mean? You got these like meta sheep essaying, and then the one Goaty bro's like, I banish fish. It's good.
I feel like sometimes you make these funny in your head because you imagine them being presented differently.
Dude. Well, that's the thing. Like, okay, I'll give you the best one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the McDonald's collab? You just like you completely Germaned it. It was so terrible.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
No, you're over 30 and still want a Happy Meal toy. Correct, madam. That's how you're supposed to imagine it in your head. But you were just like, yeah, correct, madam. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, like you gotta give it that.
It's not funny.
Oh, okay, dude. Okay, dude. All right. Anyway, I have a small confession to make, chat. I was literally about to hit the call button, and then Josh replied to a chatter saying, "Should we do meme review?" No, sorry, the podcast is about to start. And then suddenly I was like, you know what? Something came up. I'll let Josh do meme review.
I've been manipulated and gaslit. So you're telling me you did not have food right now?
I did actually, but
Okay.
I was probably gonna just like half eat it while we yap.
Okay.
All right. Well, I am good to go.
All right. Today's gonna be a stunning podcast, guys.
Oh, you're gonna love this week's topic, chat. Fuck, I forgot to ask for any of you who are in the Discord, go ahead and ask a random Patreon question. Yeah. Whoops. My bad. If you're not allowed to ask it in the chat. You have to ask it in the Discord. Shout outs to everyone who's been subscribing, by the way. Like, I think like making it $1 is like very good.
I like it because it gives all people access, basically. Or
I think
max
like
amount of people, right?
Yeah, if you see like, oh, I can subscribe and like get access for like $1, like that's just so inconsequential to most people. But like $3, it's like, okay, I mean that's like maybe like a cheap lunch, and no one wants to sacrifice that kind of thing. So that's I think it works better when it's just like super cheap. All right, where are we at?
Any joiners?
Any joiners?
Copy.
Why Patreon over Ko-Fi? What's the difference? Doesn't I guess like the cut is different, and that's about it. I think that's the only difference between the platforms. The thing is like people like even if it's like slightly better, people know Patreon, whereas like people don't know the other service. So you're more likely to trust and be in tune with the service that you're familiar with, right? Like, hey guys, come watch Joshua Schmidt on Twitch. Okay, that's reasonable. Come watch Joshua Schmidt on Kick. Technically,
I feel like that
you know,
one's questionable because people know about it.
Yeah, but like the idea is like, okay, financially it would make more sense, 90% creator cut or whatever it is, but there's a certain brand that goes with it. So, all right. Anyway, shall we begin?
Yeah. It's not a runic podcast, chat. Shut up.
Although we will have to discuss this at some point.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Heart of the Cast. It's going to be a nice little generic topic this week. We don't have any special plans or guests. Here with Mr. Josh, as always.
Hello. No.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And now we go to Banlist coping, dude. 1 more hour and 15 minutes.
1 hour 15 on a Tuesday. I'm going to bring up the spreadsheet real quick. Let's see. Tuesday ban list, we've had 4.
Link me the spreadsheet, please.
There you go. It's in Discord.
Okay, what do you think? Is it today? Is it today?
Was the first ban list of this year was a Tuesday ban list.
So it's today. Is what I'm getting from that.
I mean, it could be.
It's today.
See, I didn't go live because I need a break. Like I can't just like stream every single day coping. Like, so I feel like today was probably the safest. If it wasn't yesterday, Monday, it just feels like not today.
But did you hear about the newest like guarantee yet?
What's the guarantee?
They unpinned the old ban list yesterday.
That is super hype though. I will say. Let's just hang on. Let's check this out. Wait, let's do some more like.
I love this. Is my favorite part about banlist season is when people come up with the weirdest reasons of why it's definitely happening today.
But okay, so here's the thing. So previously on the Yu-Gi-Oh! NA TCG Twitter page,
yeah,
it was pinned. The ban list, old ban list was pinned.
Wait,
they
NA one?
Unpinned it. Yeah. Only the NA one, not the EU one.
Yeah. It's not pinned anymore.
But they pinned the Dark Magician Girl stainless steel pre-order.
Take W.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What does that tell us? Is it today or not?
Okay, question. The Nocturne tournament that America's doing, isn't that being streamed today?
What?
You know the no tournament like any other. The one that Syriax and Rhymestyle are hosting?
I haven't even heard of it.
You don't know the Nocturne thing?
No. What is that? What is Nocturne? Isn't that like that's a League of Legends hero?
Huh. It's wow, I can't believe you haven't heard. I guess you've been deep in the
Oh yeah,
testing.
I've been in the tank.
Shadow Duelist? Not ring any bells? Wow, you actually have just been playing fucking Runics for like 20 hours a day. Guy's brain has disappeared. All right, so Konami have been teasing this Shadow Duel. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I'll link you it. Yeah, go watch that.
No one escapes the night. I am Nocturne. They say there's someone behind the mask. Would you care to know who I am? Then let the games begin.
Monka is. Yeah, what is this? So this is happening today?
Did you notice how he was playing on the prize support?
Yeah.
So it's an NA only Challenger Cup where the first place is his mask.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
I think. I mean, you can click the link and have a read yourself. I mean,
but
I don't.
You make a why do you make a trailer and all that for that?
Dude, honestly, so I think 2 weeks ago they like did another trailer that was a little bit shorter than this, and it was like a Massadul event like you've never seen before. And then a week later they did the announcement, and it's a Challenger Cup. Farfa's lying. There's more. What is there more? Go click the link. What is it? First place wins a mask. That's it. It's a Challenger Cup.
Discover the celebrity behind the mask. Enter the Shadow Duelist tournament for a chance to win Nocturne's mask and more great prizes. Tune in to the Shadow Duelist stream on August 29th, so that's in 2
Thursday.
days, on YouTube and Twitch. Witness the final match and unmask Nocturne's true identity.
Oh wow, it's later this. Dude, are they just gonna like drop this in the middle of the ban list? That seems.
Well, I mean, if the Shadow Duelist is in 2 days, the ban list is not in 2 days, so it's today or tomorrow, which means it's today. Until it's not today, and then it's definitely tomorrow.
What if the Nocturne is the ban list?
Nocturne is Beatrice.
Yeah, so it's been like this weird like campaign that they've been doing on social media to like guess who he is or something.
I've seen some. I just didn't understand them, and I didn't bother to like the cryptic like. Okay, I know what you mean now. I haven't seen the initial announcement. That's why I didn't understand any, like this one.
Yeah.
Nocturne hails from the Scepter Dial, the Isle, or I didn't waste brain cells on it because I didn't know what it was about.
He's French.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else. There was like a theory that it's Zayn Malik. Do you know who that is?
No.
It's like, do you know who One Direction is?
Yeah, well, I've heard of them.
It's like one of the old ex-band members.
Okay.
So something like, so the Platurn Saturn rules his house. So like apparently he's like, hang on, let me bring up the freaking explanation for this.
Nocturne is kingly in stature and in name.
Yeah, there you go. This is someone's posted a thing under it trying to guess that it's actually Zayn Malik from One Direction is Nocturne. That just there's just no way. But yeah, that's it.
I mean, I think the concept is funny or fun. Like I think the like having a celebrity and then posting like clues as to who it is and stuff like that. I think that's kind of funny. But then for all of it to just be a Challenger Cup is kind of whack. Like, why is it not like whoever like unveils the celebrity gets to like meet up with them or something, or like has to defeat them in a duel, which is probably going to be easy because it's a celebrity or something.
You're a celebrity. You're not that easy to beat.
Dude, it's guys. All of you guys in chat saying it's this or that YugiTuber. That's insane. If if it's an actual just YugiTuber and they've been teasing it as a celebrity for like weeks.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I'm not a celebrity, dude. That's insane. It's Billy Brake, dude. That would actually be insane. If it was Billy Brake, that would be excused. That would be okay. That would be fire. So what are the clues?
Yeah. Well, the thing I linked you had a list.
Nocturne once planned to teach the art of language before stepping onto a different stage. Okay, so it's like someone who was going to be like a teacher for some language, but then they went for a different career.
Yeah, so DB Grinder. He was going to be a Spanish teacher.
I don't think his art of language can be taught.
Sure, it's mystical. You gotta uncover that. Chat, I will say it's not me. Like, this is run by Konami NA. I don't know who this is. I have no association. I have no clue.
In their youth, Nocturne donned fighters' mitts as a different sort of duelist. Dude, I don't even know what these words mean.
Donning? Do you know what that is? To like wear?
Translate. No.
So donning something is like, you know, Joshua Schmidt donned Skill Drain in his ultimate runic deck to defeat the Europeans, you know?
Oh, okay.
And mitts are boxing gloves, yeah.
So they were a boxer in their youth.
Yeah,
is what this means. Okay.
Mitts rhymes with Schmidt. True.
Nocturne possesses many fiendish familiars.
I have no idea what that means.
Was that insulting their family or what?
No, that's not what a familiar means.
What's familiar?
A familiar is like, other than something being familiar, a familiar is like, it can mean pets, It can mean like associates.
Well, yeah, but you can also be familiar with your family, no?
I don't think you would refer to your family as familiars.
Okay, so it's more like people by
you?
choice that you spend time with, or that you're close with by choice.
I personally get the impression of like pets kind of thing. Like, that's what I think of like familiars
So
personally.
what kind of pets does he have then?
Fiendish ones.
Yeah.
This is why people think it's me, actually. I guess I kind of see.
Because of Burning Abyss. Nocturne is cloaked in shadow and draped in melody.
something
Ooh,
music.
melody is why they probably think it's a singer, right?
Yeah.
I guess that I mean I can see where they're coming from in that one. The planet Saturn rules Nocturne's house of stars. I guess that's a birth month.
I mean, I just assume that's like a star sign or something.
Yeah, which is yeah, okay. Nocturne is kingly in stature and in name.
So every single one of these fits Zayn Malik, apparently. Like,
Why?
his surname
What's kingly about the name Malik?
So Malik is Arabic for king.
Oh,
He's British, which you can tell from the accent. Music, melody. Young fighter mitts. Apparently, he used to box when he was a kid. Before beginning his music career, he pursued an academic degree in English to become an English teacher. He's Capricorn, so Saturn. Yeah, that's every single one of these fits except Fiendish Familiar. But there's.
and what about Nocturne hails from the Scepter the Isle?
I have no idea what that is.
What does Scepter the Isle mean?
Farfa's a fan guy. I'm not a fan guy. I just read a tweet. Like, Scepter Island is Britain? Wait, what? How did you get Britain?
I'm getting it's giving me some sort of flower when I Google that.
I guess it's a plant that's native to the UK. It's called it's an English rose.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, some people are stipulating that it could be Tom Holland. There's no way Konami has the budget to get Tom Holland to do a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. There's no way
it's a Challenger Cup where
Spider-Man.
you can imagine it's a Challenger Cup. You just play against Tom Holland in the final.
There's no shot. It's a Challenger Cup where you duel fucking Spider-Man.
No, but like then from what I mean, I don't know how realistic it is, but Zayn Malik does kind of feel like that it fits.
I guess.
Chat, it's not Joe Biden.
Wait, hold.
He withdrew for that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess like you play in a Challenger Cup and then, but I don't know how you unmask him, chat. Like, apparently there's more info in the Discord. I didn't join it because I'm not NA. But apparently you have to like unmask him somehow. Just take his mask off. Okay, like what? Like,
yeah, just walk up to him and take it.
Like, is there gonna be a presentation? How is this gonna work with the ban list, dude? Like, this is really bad timing.
What does this all have to do with the ban list, guys?
No, but think about it.
How
Like,
does
what
this
if, like,
affect our chances of the ban list being today?
I feel like you're just cannibalizing your content and your hype and your community by like dropping a thing like this, and then like, oh, also here's a ban. Oh, okay. Like, people are gonna see this and be like, it's a guy that we've unmasked, and then like, boom, ban list.
But I think people are gonna do that regardless about this entire thing.
Suppose. Macedon and TCG aren't the same game. Yes, but very much. If you were to draw a Venn diagram, there would be a huge amount of crossover. I know this might shock and surprise you, but some people play TCG and Master Duel. This is a shocking revelation, but think about it. It's just a circle.
I just got a friend request from Raran. What does that mean about our chance the ban list happens today?
What the fuck? Well, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably just wants to do a video together or something.
World champion taught me how to play stun. 2 minutes? There's no way. It's like 4 p.m. Have we had a 4 p.m. list before? Last one was 6 p.m.
I mean, it's always 6 p.m. EU, right? Not UK.
No, that's the thing. I feel like they're doing this on purpose. Like they've been messing around with the pattern. Last
There's
one
definitely you cannot convince me that they don't do the teasing and waiting until it drops on purpose.
Would like teasing and how? Like they haven't.
No, like
don't
I'm
tease
sure
at
they
all.
want the engagement of like on these Twitter posts get crazy engagement because of everyone being like, "Where's Banlist? Where's Banlist? Where's Banlist?" I don't know if it's positive engagement. I don't know if I agree with doing that because I don't know if it's like if all sorts of engagement is good engagement, but like I think they do it on purpose. I think they do it because of how much you guys are boosting their algorithm and stuff.
I feel like it's just annoying if you're the social media person.
I mean, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed your microphone is like a bit off today. I don't know if it's like peak.
My mic has problems and I don't know how to fix them.
Have
And
you
my
tried the
editor is
old
harassing me
school,
about it and I don't know what to do.
Have you tried the old school unplug it back in?
I guess. Okay.
Unironically, that's solved a lot of issues. Just do it again.
More check. Well, I guess I don't know if it's fixed right now. It's peaking. Right now it's not peaking. I don't know. Maybe it's fixed. I don't know.
Did you like accidentally turn up the volume on the
I
interface?
was doing it the same way I was always doing it, and then suddenly my editor was like, "You're too low," and then I turned it up, and then he was like, "Now you're peaking all the time," and I was like, "Well, shit, I don't know where I started." So,
All right, 4 p.m. F5.
bro, it's never 4 p.m.
Just on the hour, every hour, dudes. You gotta check. Oh, did you get baited by the? Oh, EU tweeted. Bonfire reprint. Okay, dude. Sorry, NA. Bonfire guys, look. Wow. You should reprint the Forbidden Limited.
See, that's what I
list.
mean. That's what I mean. You're doing exactly what they want. You're doing exactly what they want.
Just in time. Wait, so what if? No, this doesn't mean anything. Whatever. You know what would be really fire? A ban list? Oh, that's so good.
Baby girl, where's the ban list? I can't take it anymore. It's late August, guys. Manadium Primeheart has a special defensive ability. Oh my god.
I mean, they just post they just post anything and it's just a flood of like ban list.
And you're one of them.
I can't help it.
Yeah,
dude.
see?
Oh, shout outs to this guy being respectful. I hate you, Konami. Nothing against you, social media, but just do your job. Like the respectful hater.
Oh man. Look
Oh,
how
no, it's the
many
guy-
comments it is in like 20 seconds, dude. It's insane. Oh my. These are crazy.
Have you been seeing the guy with the grandma?
Yeah, this one? Yeah.
He's been posting every day for a week
Yeah,
saying
I
his
know,
grandma's
I know.
locked up.
I'm aware.
I'm trying to think if we've had like this, like, so I'm pretty sure this is my cope, by the way. This is why I think this ban list is going to be insane. It's going to like
Yeah.
actually kill Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest gap we've had between lists since the 6-month lists.
Oh god.
So I guess that means they're cooking, right? Like, so this is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
You know? We
No,
might.
I mean, look, there's nothing worse than like basically freaking having us wait for this long and then just be like, yeah, you know what? Wanted is at 1 now. Wanted is now
God.
at 1, guys.
Imagine. Nah, I feel like they're like deliberating on like, you know, should we ban Shifter? And then they're like, no. And then they like, you know, have a back and forth on like these big like sweeping changes that are actually huge for the game. And then they have to like find the middle ground and compromise.
It's so many responses. The engagement is insane, dude. It's 105 comments in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's even good news, right? Like, Bonfire is a good reprint. It's not even like a shit post. It's like a fine thing. They're like, ooh, you know, they're gonna like this one, dude. We're announcing a really good reprint. It's a very playable card, and it's like no one cares at the moment.
Dude, Konami could tweet out, "Hey, we are going to subsidize healthcare for all of our duelists," and no one, everyone will just
They
be
could
like,
be
"We're
announcing
Banlist."
like a common Fiendsmith engraver in the tins tomorrow, and no one would be like, dude, I don't give a shit, dude. Give me the ban list. Shut up.
This was my favorite Banlist tweet. Was this year. That's me, dude.
2 options.
All right, we don't need to get desperate. Someone did this for Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was like, do you know anything about Magic?
Well, I know how to play it, but I'm not like into it at the moment.
Do you know about Nadu or Nudu or whatever?
Oh, I saw when you were talking about it in the other in the chat. I saw that it's originally a Magic meme of like if Nadu gets banned today or Master Duel.
Yeah. That's a stolen tweet, by the way.
You know what the funny thing is? They got the ban list though.
Well, that's because Magic has a date. Like they have a specific time and stuff. Like the OCG. Weird. It's possible. It is possible.
I mean, that's crazy behavior though.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that. That'd be so cringe.
It's like so. I get so jealous.
I am ruined if there is no ban list today. I leave for Cancun and need to film videos. Please, Konami, I beg of you.
Wait, why is he going to Cancun?
I don't know.
Is America getting their like 23rd YCS this week or something?
I don't know. I don't think there's a YCS Cancun.
Just a holiday?
Yeah.
Just a family holiday to Cancun. Okay, Jesse, I see you. Damn. It's a lot of Twitch Primes you're getting there, brother. Yeah, like if you read I don't know anything about Magic, but I was just curious and I was kind of like just enjoying reading like the banned and restricted article that they had because it's so in depth. They have like an R&D person, a designer, like they sit down, they like write out everything, they explain like the logic and the reasoning and even like some of the testing processes they did. Leading up to how they accidentally missed like an interaction that led to a card being banned and stuff like that. You know, and it's just like, man, we could never, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. That's crazy. I don't know who they think they are, dude. I'm not reading all that.
It's because their game is easy. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh no, Europe tweeted 2 now.
Really?
Yeah.
What have they said?
Bonfire.
Oh. That was a 6-minute delay on that one. Wait, so Banlist in 54. At 5:07 potentially.
5:07, dropping 2 tweets right after each other. Because guys, this is a tweet that is outside of the normal posting times. Because normally it's 5 on the spot, like right, always. So the fact that they are going out of their way means they could be tweeting at any point now.
Do you know what I think the reason for why everyone is so like I don't think we've had a ban list like this demanded for since like Firewall, right?
I don't know, dude. Tierlament.
I mean, Tierlament was just generic, like please hit tier, but it was never like like people are counting down the hours till like a ban list drops, right?
I mean, it's also just like the first time that they've given us a rough estimate of when it drops, right?
I suppose that also helps.
So naturally, I don't know if it helps. I feel like it does the opposite of helping. It's like we are all concentrating our efforts into this week. We know it's happening this week. And it's like the crazy thing is like people, I don't even know, like on a logical perspective, people don't even have a right to complain if it drops like on the 30th because they said late August. Like the 30th is late August.
Oh, come on, dude. Like that would be the most insane play ever. Like Late August, and it's like the 31st at 23:59.
But it's late August. They didn't lie.
Technically, you know, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist equivalent of an actually, like, please no.
Oh my god. I'm just hoping that they are cooking something crazy and they need like to get extra permissions on the crazy stuff that they're about to unleash.
I mean, that's my theory, right? Because it's 4.5 months at this point. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So this ban list is unironically going to be a big one.
Fountain to 3, baby.
I think the biggest reason that people are coping so hard on this list is because it's the problem is like I think people think this ban list is going to save the game in a way that kind of goes past a ban list, right? Like,
oh yeah. It's not like it's gonna completely change the way Yu-Gi-Oh is being played, right? I don't expect it from that. I don't think you should, because I don't think a ban list, like one ban list, can do that.
it's all of these compounding effects of like, you know, we've had multiple formats in a row where like the best deck is like 4 digits to like buy, and then there's like, you know, people have been molding about prize support, communication, event attendance has clearly dropped like very significantly in some places in the US actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a ban list is going to deal with all of that, right? Because there's obviously fundamental issues that need to be addressed.
I mean, especially like if there are issues like that, the ban list doesn't solve all of them. I think it can create hype for sure, but in the long term, you know, people are going to be frustrated with those kind of things again at some point, right?
Do you remember how people were complaining about Bologna format last year and you're like, oh, there's too many decks and it's...
Yeah.
I would do anything. I would shave my left nut off to get Bologna format right now, dude. Oh my god. Take me back.
It was a good time.
Did you check out any of the results from OCG, by the way, with the new deck build pack in action?
I saw the metagame report that still had all Snake Eye and Tenpai, and then someone linked it, like the one where it was some Raziel.
Yeah, so Raziel is doing pretty good, I think. Wait, no, hang on. Where's the
on the thing
one?
that I don't have it open anymore, but on the one that they showed me, it was the most represented deck. But I'm not sure if that's just like new toy syndrome.
Please tell me you think that that deck was going to be good.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good.
It was like it's obviously a very strong Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I said that earlier. Where like so many strong decks that are releasing this year just pale in comparison to Snake Eye, and that's what make people think it's not like a great deck, right? When like that's not the standard we should hold decks up to. Like they should not be
exactly.
They should not be making decks that strong. And dude, it's the same with like you look at decks like White Forest, Raziel, even Malice to an extent. They are great decks. Like they are very, very strong Yu-Gi-Oh decks. If you weren't gonna compare them to Snake Eyes, you would obviously see how strong these decks are.
Yeah. Freaking Jackass saying it was a bad deck and it would only be good in like 2017. Oh my god.
Well, who's Jackass?
MBT.
Oh,
who else?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna play Malice. I'm pretty hyped for that deck build
Malice
pack.
is
All
good.
of those decks look playable.
That looks good.
What's the third deck again?
I forgot.
Chat, what's the third deck? Ryugi? What is that again?
Oh,
that's like
the big dudes. Yeah.
That's like, I feel like that deck is going to be absolute dog shit or incredible because someone's going to figure out a way to like make it. It feels very much like an engine.
The deck's gimmick is pretty cool. I like the twist that they've put on like a ritual pendulum monster.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think it is going to be like absolutely insane or awful. I don't think it's going to be in between. Like someone's going to find a way to like make it super strong.
Yeah.
It's one of those like database decks where you just need to find like the right synergies with some old ass archetype, whatever, and it'll be strong.
Maybe. They have that like field spell that lets you, what is it, like a dinosaur, worm, and what's the last time? Sea serpent? or
think so, yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
And then you can like search one, send one to grave, and banish one or something. Like surely there's crazy targets for that. Yeah, it's like Foolish, Goldsark, and Rhoda in one card.
Decks like that is what pisses me off about the TCG OCG gap, because like
Oh,
by
I
the
wish we
time
just got these like raw, like no experimentation beforehand.
like shit's gonna be solved before it even gets over here. Like occasionally we do figure out some things without OCG, but man, it feels like most of the time it comes over here and it's like, yep, this is how you play the deck. This is the most optimal version. But yeah, I'm hyped to play Malice. I do quite like Cyberse decks. I just haven't had an affinity to. I just haven't had a particular affinity to any of them. But Malice is crazy good, like so good.
That one kind of disappointed on the most recent. What's it called?
But like I think Maxi is such a pivotal card.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
So over here, you know, no Maxi on Malice.
Maybe.
Can you guys react to Gunther's interview in Master Duel? Wait, what's that?
Oh yeah, I was gonna look at that. They've published like the Master Duel groups, and like I don't even know who we're in a group with yet.
Wait, you don't know your opponents yet?
No, but I mean they published it today, so.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't looked at it, and they posted the surveys that we had to fill out with like our answers and stuff.
All right, you can go enjoy your stream. I will. I might check back in.
I mean, you got to be live in 45 minutes. See you then.
I'll see you in 44 minutes and 27 seconds. Bye.
Yep. All right. Look at DB Grinder's favorite food. Oh my god, dude. Where? Hold up. Finals event page launched. Event page. Finals first stage. So these are the groups. Okay, say this is us. We're in a group with Thank Love. We're in a group with BOTB. Who is BOTB? Is that DB Grinder's team or is it Gunther's team? That's DB Grinder? Okay, cool. We're in the same group as Team Brazil, same as last year. Those were our first round opponents last year, was Judeo. We've got Duelist Cup CER and then Season Points CER2 x FCG. I don't know who those are. I think that's Greed's team. Group B, My yugioh, Max Yi, Rogue Rulers, Team 7 Heroes, Future Double Noir. Okay. So you guys are not going to get a Team 7 rematch in the group stages. We would have to both make it to top cut for that. Well, we'll try our best. Mic? What's wrong with the mic now? It seems fine. Keep speaking. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry about the mic. It's a little crunchy. I'll try to fix it later. I'll try to reset the settings for it. Because I feel like when I turn it down, I keep talking too loud, too low. I don't know. It's peak. Go to the main page. They have the details. What, dude? Calm down. Let me just check it out. Cheer for your champion. Okay, I know my answers. Dude, did they put the... No, they didn't put my favorite quote. Dude, they asked us for our favorite quotes. I put as my favorite quote, I put I'm gonna win Lamau by Quantal Think. They didn't include that. Why did they not include that? Okay, let me see the other team's answers. Where's DB Grinder? What is your favorite food? PB&J with Doritos red. That's insane. What do you think are your strengths, advantages over other duelists? I can play Yu-Gi-Oh 14 hours a day every day to test for a tournament, while other people simply can't put up that much time in being burned out, having responsibilities. Ben, that guy is wild at deck building. Okay. Please tell us about something that made you happy recently, other than competing in the tournament. Making a nice layup in a basketball game. That felt really rewarding. What do you want most right now that money can buy? A capybara. Okay, cool. Who else had funny answers? Who else had funny answers? What is your favorite food? Hamburgers, hamburgers, and apples. Okay. Nuggets. I'm following Michael Thomas, who qualified for the TCG World Championship. He's a great friend of mine, and I hope to see him at the World Championship. Okay. All right, you gotta believe in yourself, guys. You gotta believe in yourself. It's so much harder to go through the group stage this time. Check Uranus. Okay, where's Urana? What's your favorite quote? Behind every great man is an even greater man. What do you think are your strengths, advantages over other duelists? I'm the best. It isn't close. Other than yourself, who are some of the duelists in the championship that you are keeping an eye on? None. They aren't even close to our level. Please tell us about your relationship. We are the best in the game. It was a no-brainer. We teamed together. Please tell us about something that made you happy recently. Nothing. What do you want most right now that money can buy? I can buy anything I want already. Dude, it's... If you... The thing is, I know it's a joke because I know Gunther, but like if you don't know who this is like the most this is like a terrible representation of yourself. You look like an asshole. Enzo is a scary duelist. My girlfriend always makes me happy. A house. Okay. You missed some? Wait, what? Read Jesse? Where's Team... Oh, Team 7 is here. I am the undisputed ultimate duelist. What was the reaction of the family around you to your participation? They all expected it. What do you think are your strengths? I very logic-centric and have decades of experience in both the game and the pressure. Josh and his team, where they were the team to beat us in the finals of 2023. I was able to treat my parents to a trip to Cancun for their 50th. What do you want most? Nothing material. I value experiences and utility above all else, so perhaps a plane ticket to the Maldives. Create content. Okay, that's based. What did Ryan put? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. No, dude! When life gives you lemons, you build Lemonade Runic. I've tweeted about this. We talked about this. We talked about this before, damn it. By any chance, could you have advertised your Twitch here? I don't know. Maybe I could have. It didn't feel like the place to do it. I also, like, I didn't spend that much time filling out the thing. I just wanted to get the registration or the thing done with. I didn't put that much thought into it, but it didn't feel like the kind of thing where I wanted to advertise or something. Worlds is next week. So, Worlds is in 1.5 weeks. Yeah. It's like not the upcoming weekend, but the weekend after. When life gives you a battle phase, skip it. Dude, I could have, if I should have put the when life gives you lemonade, you build lemonade runic. That would have gone hard. I should have done that. That would have been insane. Is Task also here? I think Task should be this team, right? This should be March Duelist Cup, should be Task, right? What is your favorite food? Apple. What was the reaction of the people around you? My parents were very pleased. Please tell us about a memorable moment during a duel. When I draw a card that was only one in my deck. Okay. Other than yourself, who are some of the duelists that you are keeping an eye on? Ryan's son. He is the one who was the second best record in the Duelist Cup of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel after me. I'm sure Ryan is very happy to see that. Please tell us about your relationship with your teammates. We both played in Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG Master Duel and had a lot of enthusiasm for Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you want most right now that money can buy? There is nothing I want. Using money can't buy it, but I want time. Computer engineer. That's a deep answer, dude. Indeed, can't buy time. What is your favorite food? Gumi. Dude, oh my god, I played against this guy so much in the last couple weeks on ladder. Oh my god, dude. They always had Maxi. They always had Maxi. What is your favorite quote or motto? One talent leads to another. Bro, they've drawn... How many times do you think they've drawn triple tactics talents with triple tactics talents? I feel like that's why they put this. What are your official tournament results in Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, second there, okay. Please tell us your favorite part about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When you predict an uncertain card and get it right. Okay, make it right. Read. I have the impression that you're very knowledgeable and precise about Yu-Gi-Oh! I was approached by the leader, Task-san. I'm friends with Task-san and we often play Yu-Gi-Oh! I knew Goyoku-san from a tournament in Kansai and we became good friends. Alright, white people happy. Please tell us about something that made you happy recently. I have made more friends outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Related world and I play a lot. Since my life is centered on Yu-Gi-Oh! I enjoy playing with them for an occasional break. What do you want most right now that money can buy? Drum type, washer, and dryer. Please tell us your favorite part about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The moment when you can tell how strong or good your opponent is in dueling. I'm most excited when I can tell that my opponent is as strong or stronger than I am. That's based mentality. Other than yourself, who are some of the duelists that you are keeping an eye on? Duel Links Division, Misaka. We are players from the same prefecture, Shiga Prefecture, and are close friends. Together we will bring back 2 championship trophies to Shiga Prefecture. Okay. Please tell us about something that made you happy. That my dog celebrated 11th birthday in good health. Ooh, I hope my dog continues to live a long and happy life. Yes, I hope so too. What do you want most? Expensive medical equipment for medical practice. Oh, they're also a medical student. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, I guess... What do you get this time around? Rewards will vary depending on the final results of the team you supported. Whoa, you get a guaranteed royal in a legacy pack, dude. That's crazy. A legacy pack royal? Yo. Dude, only if you predict the winner, you get gems. But even then, you don't even get it guaranteed. I think that was the same last year. I think it was the same last year because I I predicted ourselves last time, and I didn't get the gems. I didn't get no gems for it, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! Price support really does suck. I didn't even get a single gem. Not a single gem. Oh yeah. Dude, I'm starting to get nervous. I am starting to get nervous. I still don't know, by the way. I still don't know what kind of record you need to make it through in a round robin group of 6 people. Like, obviously with 5-0 you make it. Can you make it with 3-2? Or is that mathematically impossible? (4-1) or better to guarantee. 3-2 depends on tiebreakers. So if you go 4-1, are you guaranteed to be first or second? Is there no way that there's like 3 teams 4-1? Can it happen? It can be a 3-way tie? Yeah, it can be, right? Because, like, if there's 3 teams that only lose to each other and beat everything else, that there could be 3 teams with 4-1, right? That could happen. It's unlikely, of course. It is very unlikely, but it could happen. 6-way tie can happen. I guess everyone could go 3-3, right? That's possible. No, not 3-3. No, that's not possible. Because it's not 6 rounds, it's 5 rounds. It's only 5 games per team, yeah. You can also have 1 undefeated and 2 X1s. No. No, you can't. Because if one team goes undefeated, then the other 2 X1s would have to have lost to that team, and then they also have to play each other, and there has to be a winner. You can't have that. You can't have that. If one team goes undefeated, there can only be 1 4-1. Right? So, okay. So, 5-0 is guaranteed. 4-1 is very likely to be guaranteed. 3-2 is unlikely? But I think it's possible that there's like multiple 3-2s, especially at this level, and not that many. Yeah. 5 times. You can't have 5 X1s and 1 O. Oh, yeah. No, you can, I think. I don't know, dude. You know, at the end of the day, the thing is, no matter what the math behind it is, because I think the round robin math is kind of weird, but like, no matter what it is, you just try your best anyways. Like, just play and try to win as many as possible and then see if it's enough. Like, it's whatever. Like, it's not going to impact your strategy. If whether you have to go 4-1 or 5-0 or 3-2 can be enough, it's like whatever, dude. Just play and just win. Kick W, right? So yeah, but it is a lot harder to get through the group stages this year, obviously, because it's now only 2 out of 6 teams rather than last year it was 2 out of 4. 5-0 is 100%, 4-1 is like 80 to 90%, 3-2 is like a 10 to 15%. Okay. Is Jesse not playing? Jesse is in team 7 down here. Here. This is Jesse's team. Are the semis in day 1 too this time? I don't think so. It has a schedule somewhere, I think. There was a schedule. Where's the schedule? Schedule. So this is the final tournament. I think the semis are on day 2 now. It doesn't say here, but I think I read it somewhere. 23:30. Yeah, this is local time. This is no, this is my local time in Germany right now, because it's going to be in the US, which are like a couple hours back. It's not actually going to be 11:30 local time in Seattle. Judeo did what you did last year. Yeah, I saw they hosted a tournament. I watched it a little bit. I wanted to do it again as well, but I just didn't have the. I feel I didn't have the time this year. We were just caught up with preparations. I'm sorry. Still insane time to watch for EU. It's a good time for EU this time around. It's more convenient definitely because it begins on Saturday. It begins at 5 p.m. for you guys, which is pretty neat. I feel like on a Saturday, like most people are gonna have time for that if they want to. And then the top 4 and finals, they start at 6 p.m. on Sunday for the Europeans. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good time zone for EU. Your thoughts on the other EU team? My thoughts on all of these teams are that they have great players. That also includes the other EU team. I obviously don't know all of these players, but all the ones I do know are very good, and I think there is very little difference overall in terms of like their skill level probably. So at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to who has the better days and who. It's also luck, you know. Like luck is a factor. We also got lucky last year to win. It's what you need to an extent for a competition at this level, you know. Like you just need you need a little bit of luck. It has to be your day. So yeah. What's my team? We are Team Snipe Hunters. Do you think OCG players will be prepared for Runic this time? No. Well, for Runic Stun, I'm sure they will. But not for Runic Combo. I don't think. Snipe Hunter gonna hit on 6 somehow? Yeah, I didn't consider this when I made the name last year. I didn't think that far ahead. But technically, I guess Snipe Hunter does not hit on 6. So, but we simply don't talk about it, okay? We simply don't mention it again. We just don't, yeah. Which team is BOTB? BOTB is, Josh Kippenberger, Enzo, and, DB Grinder. Who is in the other EU team? The other EU team is Ben Kreuzkamp, Zio Mundry, and Erik Töpel. Dennis Nadas is on team Max Yi with Cam Neal and Christian Urena. What decks would you think will have the most representation this Worlds? I mean, the thing is, there are 6 decks for each team. So I think it's pretty obvious which kind of decks will make it into most lineups, and that's like Snake Eye, Yubel, those kind of decks, you know. I think Voices is underrated. I don't think Voices is underrated at all. I think everyone knows that technically Voices is part of the best 6 decks in Master Duel. It's just a question of how do you arrange your lineup and does Voiceless make sense in it? But I'm pretty sure every team is aware that Voiceless is a good deck. Like I was grinding ladder with all kinds of decks in the last couple weeks. And I played against a lot of the other participants a bunch of times, and they were playing a lot of Voiceless. Like I'm very, very certain that a lot of people have Voiceless on their radar. Rating reveal. My rating, I was at 1750 at some point, but I tilted away a lot of rating last weekend because I was trying some last minute stuff to make sure I don't miss anything. So I'm at like 16 something now. But I didn't care about rating. Like I literally at some point I started playing, and when I noticed that I wasn't playing against a deck that was relevant for Worlds, I would just leave because I wanted testing for Worlds. I didn't care about rating. So I was just like let's say I was playing and I noticed like sometimes when you get at high rating, it takes a while for you to find an opponent, and if it can't find an opponent, you would get queued against someone who had like 1500 points and you had like 1700 or something. And then like sometimes it was just wild decks down there. And sometimes like I would go second against one of those decks that would start to do like a 15-minute combo or something, and I was like, maybe I can break it, but I just like left because I wanted to use my time to test. And then if you lose one of those matches with 1700 points against a 1500 rated opponent, you lose like 15 points or something. If you test on ladder, Master Duel will leak your deck. No, you can't check the deck lists in the ranked mode. Like in ranked duel, you can't check. I better not open this one. But you can't check your opponent's. Oh, yeah, there's no match history. Wait, why is there no match history? What? Oh, it's because it was there an update? Oh, there was an update. Okay, maintenance. Yeah. But even if there was a match history, you can't check your opponent's deck list in the ranked mode. East Nick, thank you for the 9 months, and Dene, thank you for the 3. Jojo Check, thank you for the 23 months. Yeah, dude, it's 19 minutes until the ban list drops. What is this? Is this one Paleo game or what? One Paleo game until the ban list drops. Hold up. Let me just make sure I don't leak anything in the deck builder. I just need to make sure all of it is named accordingly. Yeah, okay. Because I've got all of our decks in here, but they are censored. Where's Paleo? There's Paleo. Perfection. Don't pick the world's Paleo deck. Yeah. I have two. Don't worry about it. $59 cards? Yeah, for consistency. It's for consistency, guys. You wouldn't understand. Anton is danger. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate that. Let Emre cook. Dude, I'm happy with our lineup. I think our lineup is good. I think our lineup is cooking. This has a good hand. They also bricked, which is good. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's potentially annoying. No. Beep. Cringe Ash Blossom user. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um... Opabinia, I guess. This Fenrir is somewhat annoying, but I can also just chill on Karma Cannon, I think. I think that's what I'll do. And just make this. Activate. Detach. Grab another Morella. Don't even have to use it now. Or set it. Everyone get in here, Superscript though. Flip your Fenrir. Flip your Fenrir, I said. Calm down there, Fenrir. Calm down there. Bro thinks he can stay face up. Yeah. Bro flipped. Bro tribute summoned. No way, dude. Bro tribute summoned Shifter. Nah. I'll Karma Cannon your Shifter. I don't care, dude. I'll do it again, dude. I'll do it again. I don't care. I'll flip it. I flip as often as you want, dude. Bro got flipped one too many times. Oh man, that was great. That was fast. You are officially the first person to Karma Cannon a Dimension Shifter? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, surely we can finish this game before the ban list drops. If the ban list drops, I will just leave. I will just leave. Oh. I think we disconnected. Dude, this only happens when I win the coin flip. It honestly, to the point where I thought that the glitch is back where people can just close the client again. Because that was something that was a thing for Master Duel at some point, right? Is that back? I don't think so. I don't think it works like that. They lose regardless? No, it's not counted as a win. It does not show up here. You don't get a win from that. You don't lose rating, but it's still annoying when you win the coin flip and then the game just doesn't happen. And I don't remember it happening very often when I lost the coin flip. Maybe like once. It happened way more often when I won my coin flips. If you DC, then you get a loss. Okay, so it's not an abusable glitch, but it's still annoying. It's probably bias, maybe. Maybe. They lose rating regardless. I mean, only if they're doing it on purpose. Maybe they just genuinely have a disconnect. That could happen, right? Maybe it's just servers. Very possible. Blue Cyclone, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you. Every single free Twitch Prime makes the ban list happening more likely. What is this hand? Well, that's basically grass. Guys, this is basically grass. I always get scared when they drop a spell so fast. I always think it's Duster. I don't think it's correct to shotgun all your stuff into Duster. Because, dude, what? Okay. Because, you might, it just looks so much less threatening. Why are you searching? What, bro? What are you making Phantom for? I said 5. Okay, well, enjoy your Phantom, yeah. Dark Beginning Beast. All right, I think we start doing some stuff after this. Fuck. Ooh. Is that a rollback right away? No Paleo, though. All right, well, we go again. Oh. Rise to full height. Okay, keep cooking. I'll allow it. It's only one Paleo is the annoying thing. The plan for this turn is to survive and then roll back the balance. It's fine if they get to cook. SP Little Knight. Okay. I have 2 rollbacks. So they're trying to take my 1 Paleo. So I just fetch it. Cooking. Okay, we got more Paleos. That's fine. And they can't kill because Little Knight. Discard 1. Ooh, I milled a Dragon Mate somewhere with a tidying. That's neat. I think I go Grief here. Because they want to revive Beckoning Beast because they haven't done an extra normal yet. Was that? Do they? Okay. Never mind. Up. I don't think this game is over in 7 minutes, guys. I'm afraid to admit. I think we might have to leave this one early. It could be if they scoop. We'll see. I think I'm winning. I guess they're on 4,000. Maybe I can realistically win. Squirmy. Okay. Yeah, they're not winning this. I have 2 rollbacks, Lee and Kolia, Vaboku, balance in the graveyard, tidying for laundry in the graveyard. I'm cooking forever. I'm cooking forever. Right, thank you for the 23 months. Appreciate you. Almost 2 years. Thank you, thank you. Mods, can we get a prediction? Oh yeah, you can make a prediction. Run it for 5 minutes on whether today is the day. Is today the day, chat? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Not the anguish. Not the anguish. Not the anguish. Okay, they know at least. That is the least efficient way to go into a Yama I have ever witnessed. I have never witnessed a more inefficient way to summon Unchained Yama. And me, thank you for the 21. Battle phase. Wabok. You have been stopped. Bro outplayed my balance of judgment in the graveyard by making the most inefficient combo I have seen in my life. Bro made Yama pass. Alright, we won. Let's see if they acknowledge the fact that we won. Because then we make it in time for the ban list. You make it in time anyways? Probably. Probably. This is just game. Right? Tuck. 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 Unless Spirit in Hand? No, I have rollback for Dynamicious. Dude, we make it just in time. Okay. It's time. 5:59 right now. What do we open? EU, TCG, Forbidden Limited List. Okay. Are we ready? We're ready. I feel like we're ready. I think we're ready. We're so ready. Today is the day. Today is the day. Okay, it's 6. It's time. It's time. But today's the day. No, today's the day, dude. Come on, man. Today has got to be the day. Maybe they're just late. They're just a couple minutes late. It's fine. It's fine. It's because they're putting Flamberge on it last minute. They're having a huge debate on whether they want to ban Flamberge, and they're gonna put Flamberge on it real quick before dropping it. Just give him like a minute. They're adding Flamberge to it. I guess it's not late enough in August yet, guys. 27 is not late enough. Well, there you go. The post we've all waited for. The post we've all waited for. Nocturne's expertise spreads far and wide across the country and into the very soul. We've got a new clue. For sure, man. Banlist. What? Please end me. I'm going to scream. I'm actually gonna become violent. You guys chill, dude. It's just a matter of a couple days, dude. Where? Very few monsters are as popular and instantly recognizable as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game's many dragons. The iconic Legendary Dragon Dex is releasing soon. Find out what your favorite content creators pull from their box openings here. Dude, imagine the link is to the ban list. I know it's not the case, but imagine how freaking funny it would be if they like drop some random copy pasta and then it's actually sending you to the ban list. I'm gonna click it just to find out that that's not what. Okay, that's obviously not what's happening. What kind of link is that even? It just gives you yugiohcard.com. Like, if I wanted to find out about the legendary dragon decks, what do I do? Guess I'm from Europe. Okay, Germany. Bro, at least throw the link to the product page. Holy shit. All right, well. Yeah, my mic is peaking. I know you've told me 10 times today. I'll take care of it before tomorrow. Yeah, well, I guess today was not the day. Incredible. I really thought today was the day. I also thought yesterday was the day. Since yesterday wasn't the day, and today isn't the day, what that means is tomorrow is now the day, right? By that logic, tomorrow is the day. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Dude, there's no point in raiding right now. I appreciate the raid, MBT. Do you just go live every morning for you, just in case a ban list drops, and then dip if it doesn't? Is that your current, like, content schedule? You wake up, you go live for 30 minutes, it doesn't drop, so you leave? I guess I actually can't get an answer right now because this chat is full of copy pastas. Okay. All right, well, I mean, it's a raid with phenomenal timing. Because we're leaving. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate the follows, everybody. If you're coming in from MBT's stream, hope you had a good stream. But I'm also gonna leave. I guess I'll send you guys somewhere else. Let me see. Who is even streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game right now? I'll send you guys over to Nifska. I haven't raided Nifska in a while. He's German, but it's whatever. He's chill. All right. You guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back from the break. It was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow with some more content and obviously banlist coping tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here, right now. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for all of your support. I'll try to fix my mic for tomorrow. And yeah, bye-bye, everybody. Peace.